gentlemen, parents, teachers, and supporters, I'm Thomas, your MC for tonight's concert.
And I'm his partner, Jessie.
On behalf of Macau Technical College and the organizers of the concert, we would like to give you all a very warm welcome.
This concert is presented to you by the P5, P6 students, the four-man band, the string ensemble, and the senior band.
Just a friendly reminder from our primary music teacher, Ms. Kathy Lam, to all P5 and P6 and their students and parents. Tonight's concert will give you all a great opportunity to foresee your future music development in MAC. P5 will be able to have a closer look at different concert band instruments and decide on which one they would prefer to learn next year.
Whereas the P6s can take a closer look at the musical opportunities we offer in our secondary section. This includes the string ensemble, the great concert band, our senior band, which all consist of relatively more advanced young musicians.
After the concert, the P5s and P6s will be given a form to fill in regarding to their choices in the musical department the following year. P5s will be selecting instruments of their choice, while P6s will be deciding on whether they will join four-man band, four-man strings, or just regular music class next year. Therefore, we encourage all pupils and parents to stay after their performance till the end of the concert, to be given a form and to listen to some of our school's higher level music group as a form of introduction. For our opening performance tonight, we will have our youthful P5 starting with our school anthem on the recorder.
Which reminds me, Thomas, I remember you used to play the recorder too. So, do you learn it in P5 music class?
Not really. In the past, the school didn't have formal recorder lessons during regular music class. In fact, the only official class for recorder learning was after school as a part of extracurricular activity.
Really? But I remember you used to play the recorder too.
I learned the recorder during the introductory course of concert band instruments. Now, all MAC students are required to learn and play the recorder in regular music class during P4 and P5. This year, our P5s are taking on the challenge of playing the school anthem on the recorder.
This is definitely a challenge. The school anthem consists of higher notes like E and F, and also consists of a very dangerous low C.
Plus, they are playing from memory, another challenge in itself.
So, let's give a big round of applause to our P5 recorder class. Wasn't it?
Yeah, and there's more. From our P5 recorder, they will have a recorder ensemble performing a recorder version of Ponyo by Joe Hisaishi.
Ponyo, as in Lee Ponyo from Miyazaki's animation, the one that tells about a sea girl on land.
Yes, that's the one. This ensemble tonight is made out of selected P5 students who've worked very hard to get the piece right. They even sacrificed their beloved playtime to practice and get ready for this performance.
So, what are we waiting for? Let us have a round of applause for our P5 recorder ensemble.
is our P6 band class performing 3 consecutive pieces. They include Hot House Party, Opera de Lulu, and Down by the Station.
Wow, I remember my time when I was in P6 during the beginner band. There was so much to do, lunchtime rehearsals, after-school sectionals, and various performances. I used to get on entry waiting for the clock to strike 3:15, just so I could rush down to the music room and practice my beloved trombone. And look now, our band is bigger than ever.
Of course, with the band drastically integrated into the P6 music curriculum, it is no longer the band is so big now. Ever since last year, we have been placing this band as a regular P6 class, so that every primary student will have the opportunity to experience being a part of a band before their graduation to secondary.
Wow, that's wonderful. I feel like I've been missing out on a lot of information lately. Is there anything else that's new?
I believe that this year we also have band during formal music lesson, which I know after the formal band which will be performing later, and will be continuing to perform too.
So, enough about this. Let's hear how a P6 band class sounds.
Well, the next group of performers are the P6 beginner band who will compete in Power Rock.
Wait, that's strange. Didn't we just had a P6 perform for us?
No, this is different. The P6 beginner band is made up of dedicated P6 students who play and enjoy band music. Unlike the previous group, these students not only participated in a regular music class, but they also attend band as an extracurricular activity after school. Something like what we had before when we were young.
Oh, so there's a difference. Unlike the previous song they performed, this arrangement is much more complicated, with different instruments playing different parts. And how much time did they use to prepare this?
Let me think, since I'm not a P6, I'm not that sure. But the P6 only started learning the band instruments after the Christmas holidays. And unlike recorders, these instruments are much more complex. Plus, they only have half an hour per week to practice the instruments. So you see, they work really hard to get to this level.
Oh, I see. And I also heard that we will have some sectionals later?
Yes, you're going to like this a lot, Justin. Our next several performance after the P6 beginner band will be from representatives of every instrumental section of the beginner band. Each performance will showcase the unique sound of their own section.
Wow, so this is a very good opportunity for the P5 students here to experience the different timbre from various instrument groups. So listen closely.
While we wait for P6 to come back to the hall, we will briefly introduce the secondary music experience that we're experiencing now, since Jessie and I are the oldest in the senior band. So I'll talk about myself first. I joined the math band in P5, where we learned 1 year of recording in the introductory course of concert band. Then Ms. Kathy introduced me to play the tuba during P6. So I played for 2 years, and I fell in love with the tuba. And so ever since P6, I've been playing my tuba till now. That's 6 years. Yeah. And during this progress, I've performed with Madman for quite a lot of years and in quite a lot of concerts. From Macau, government School, Macau ESEJ School and Event Festival, the opening ceremony of Macau Education Fair, the Science Fair in MAC, and many more concerts in Macau. Also, we performed in Hong Kong Disneyland last year.
Okay, so enough introduction. We would like to welcome our P6 beginner band with Miss Kathy as the conductor. Great job, guys. Up next, we have our sectionals.
First, up on the series of our performances, we will have the trumpet section playing Memory from Cats, composed by Angel Lloyd Webber.
Memory? I remember that was a very famous musical number. It was a slow but very emotional song.
Yes, indeed. And now, we have our trumpeters, James and Liam, giving us a performance on Cats, Memory.
So let's give a round of applause to our trumpeters.
It sounded great, isn't it? Those bright, clear metallic sounds are really enchanting.
Yeah, and our next song is also quite peaceful, but instead of the charming bright trumpets, we have a more mellow and subdued low brass section.
For those who don't know what low brass section is, low brass section consists of trombones, euphoniums, and tubas. And tonight, our low brass section ensemble will be presenting to you The Castle in the Sky, also by Joe Hisaishi.
Finally, my instrument group is up on stage, and better yet, they're performing from one of Miyazaki's many animations called Laputa, an all-time favorite of mine.
Never thought you'd be such an anime fan, Jessie. Anyways, let us welcome the low brass section, Castle in the Sky.
I just love how the new players of the instrument sound. They're so full of potential.
Yeah, I know, right? And next we have a tenor sax solo of the Nibble Symphony.
Oh, I know that one. Is it that one song that they play every morning before class starts?
Yes, that's the one. And now we have Guy on the tenor saxophone, accompanied by pianist Miles, for a taste of the piece. To be honest, I think the saxophone version of this next track is much more better than the morning bell.
Next up, we have our jazzy alto saxophone, playing Mozart and Klein music in E flat.
That sounded foreign. Is it French?
No, actually it's German. It roughly translates to a little night music in E flat.
Oh, I don't think French, nor German. I took Portuguese. So let's welcome Sophia and Desiree, accompanied by Beans on the piano. That sounded really great. I believe many people here are very familiar with this piece.
Yes, I have heard it so many times, and it's one of my favorite pieces of all time.
Now for something different. We have a glockenspiel solo, The Pirates of the Caribbean by Klaus Baltz.
Oh wow, a Disney song. I can barely wait. Without further ado, I want to introduce you our percussionist, Matilda, playing Pirates of the Caribbean.
No matter what?
Yes.
I have no idea about that.
Okay, No Matter What is actually a popular song from the musical Whistle Down the Wind. However, a popular boy band called Boyzone popularized this song in 1998. So now we'll have a flute section play a flute version of this song.
Thank you, flutes. Our next performance is a more relaxing piece from the French horn called The Water is Wide.
French horns? Actually, Thomas, you know, when I first saw French horn, I'm not so sure. It's kind of confusing. It confused me a lot.
How?
Well, you see, normally an instrument will point outwards like a trombone or the trumpet, or maybe it will point vertically like a tuba. However, when I first saw French horn, they seem to point backwards, which was very confusing to me.
Oh well, but then every instrument is unique, and I guess that's a unique trait of the French horns that gives them that mellow tone. Now let's welcome our French horn section, playing The Water is Wide. last group to tonight's section, the clarinet section with the Princess Mononoke.
Hooray! Another Miyazaki's animation. This one is more solemn and tells the tale of a strong princess heroine.
Just once again, I see you very well versed in Japanese animation. And now, I proudly present to you our clarinet ensemble with Princess Mononoke.
invite our string ensemble to the stage.
Just like the name, our string ensemble consists of members who play the violin, viola, and cello. And special thanks to Eleonora tonight, because due to the personal reasons that our string ensemble principal cello, Matthew Tong, is not here tonight.
And I know a little bit about the string ensemble. They have practices after school on Mondays, right?
Yeah, they do. And the group does a lot of public performance too, including the Charity Bazaar, the School Week Festival, and this year at our school's special carnival. However, unlike the school band or recording groups, the members of the string ensemble have learned their instruments before participating.
Oh, that's too bad. I really want to learn a string instrument, but I don't know any.
What a pity. But fortunately, starting next year, we will have a foreign string group. Therefore, when P6s this year enter Form 1, they get to choose between continuing their current band instrument in foreign band or learning a new string instrument in foreign string, or just taking foreign music lessons, which teaches them about different aspects of music.
Oh wow, a Form 1 string band? Our music program is getting more and more diverse with every year.
Yeah, they do. Think about the different musical groups Nakai Anglican College will have after 5 years, where you and I finish our university degree.
Yes, maybe by then our string ensemble will be able to expand to more than a few violins, violas, and even more cello. I can wait until that day.
So, while waiting for the string ensemble, I would like to briefly introduce to you when was the string ensemble established. The string ensemble was established in 2013 by our former music teacher, Miss Liz, who have left us last year. So,
Enough introduction. I present to you our string ensemble, led and conducted by Mr. Nate. There's no else delay. We seem to be missing the violin.
So while we wait for the Melvin, I'll briefly explain to you the piece we're playing tonight, the string ensemble playing tonight. The strings tonight is playing the Vivaldi's Spring from Four Seasons. This piece was wrote during the Baroque era by Vivaldi. Seems like, you know.
Vivaldi also wrote several other ones called Summer, Autumn, and Winter.
So, without further waiting, we'll welcome the string ensemble Vivaldi with Spring.
right, Thomas? If only one day we could combine our band and strings together to form our own school on the orchestra.
I sure hope we will. But now, I would like to hand over the mic to our secondary music teacher and band director, band conductor, Mr. Paget.
Thank you very much. Okay. I don't know what crazy person decided to let me have a microphone, but here I am. My name is Peter Paget. I'm the secondary music and band teacher, and I'll talk to you a little bit tonight, give you a bit more information of what Jesse and Thomas have talked about already tonight. We now have the Form 1 band coming on stage, and they'll be performing two pieces. The first piece is actually a piece that I've composed, so you're actually getting to hear a world premiere tonight. It's never been performed before, so I hope you enjoy it. The piece is called Adrift, for reasons I hope you'll be able to hear without much explanation. This will be followed by the piece Farandole, written by George Bizet for his La Ariana suite, arranged for young band by Michael Sweeney. So once the band's all ready, we'll take a quick tuning note, and then you'll hear Adrift. could just mime for you, that might be better, I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed that piece. I'd like to give you a little bit of information about the Form 1 band and the secondary music program in general. I've got a lot of notes, so I kind of didn't want to forget anything tonight. This is the first year to have a Form 1 band that is timetabled into the students' regular schedule. And this is a fantastic opportunity as it means that a lot more learning is occurring and more students are involved. Our goal is actually to have a band class from Form 1 all the way to Form 6, so the students have had an opportunity after the students have had an opportunity to first learn an instrument in P6. This will also complement our growing IGCSE music program that commenced this year, while giving students more options to learn for learning music throughout secondary. For those that don't know me, because we'll be teaching your children possibly next year or the year after, you might be interested to know that I'm originally from Australia. Maybe my accent isn't that obvious. This is my first year in Macau. I've conducted and played in national championship winning brass and concert bands in Australia, and I've worked in primary and secondary schools, as well as conducting and playing, and I've got to read this part, there's so much, sorry. As well as conducting and playing in a variety of ensembles, including brass bands, concert bands, jazz bands, orchestras, musicals, and even as part of an Elvis Presley tribute band, which was a heck of a lot of fun. My main instruments are trumpet and piano, and I studied classical piano and soprano cornet at the Queensland Conservatorium of Music. This is the end of my first year at MAC, as I've already said, and it has been fantastic. These guys are great, senior band is great, Miss Kathy's great, the whole school is great. I cannot say enough positive things about this place. Fantastic. Obviously, I'm very excited to be involved with the band program and helping it grow into what is going to be a very strong program. But wait, there's more. Only a little bit. There'll actually be 2 secondary music teachers next year. Miss Katie Lawton will be joining us, and she is a string and vocal major, which complements very well with my band and piano background. She is also an Australian, an Aussie, and someone I've known for quite some time. We're both excited to work together next year. With Miss Lawton here, it means, as the guys have already said, that there will be a Form 1 string program to balance with our band program next year, and it gives students 3 options in secondary music curriculum with the band, strings, and general music. We're also hoping that Miss Lawton will have the opportunity to develop a vocal group, because we've had quite a bit of interest from that, haven't we? I've had a lot of these guys asking, when can we have a choir? I'm not a singer. If I'm bad enough talking, you don't want to hear me sing, do you? No, so they've heard me sing, it's not good. For the strings program, the students will have the opportunity to learn violin, viola, cello, and double bass in a string orchestra environment. This is the first year that we are offering this, so some details are still being finalised. But all students, whether you're a beginner or you're continuing on an instrument, are encouraged to sign up. Similar to the band program, we are hoping this strand will continue across Forms 1 through to 6. But that's enough from me. I'm sure you want to hear more from these guys. I want to hear more from them. So now we'll finish up with Farandole. these guys are moving. I'll talk some more to keep this interesting. I'd like to give you an overview of the general music program at Mac. In general music, which is sometimes also called music appreciation, we focus on performing, composing, and music history throughout each year. Students in Forms 1 and 2 are given a bit of a taste of IGCSE music, so that when it comes to the time to choose at the end of Form 2, they already have an idea of what it's about. General music in Form 3 onwards is more focused on learning about different styles of music and how they have helped create the music that students listen to today. This generation and the generation coming through now are going to have unprecedented access to music. You guys in the green and blue shirts, you probably already listen to more music than the rest of us have growing up. So rather than listening with just being told, go and listen to this, we're in the secondary music program, the goal is even if you don't want to study music, even if you don't care about music afterwards, we want you to be thinking about what you're listening to. So you're not just constantly listening to the same thing over and over and over again. Challenge yourselves, listen to something new occasionally. So that's kind of what the secondary general music program is about. If a student does have a particular interest in or ability in music, at the end of Form 2, they may choose to study IGCSE music. This was offered for the first time this year, and there are 7 students who will be completing the associated exams in a few weeks' time. They have actually managed to cover 2 years' worth of work in less than 1 year, so I'm very proud of their achievement. It can lead them into an AS or A-level music, hang on, got to turn the page, sorry. AS or A-level music by the end of Form 6. It is also really exciting to note that there is an AS level music that is designed for students that don't play an instrument but still want to learn about the history of music and its different eras. These AS and A-level subjects in music are worth exactly the same as any other AS and A-level subject. So even if your child doesn't go on to music at university, this can help them in whatever field they study. I know some fantastic musicians that are veterinarians or lawyers or doctors or anything else. And music is something that enriches their lives. Finally, we've now got the senior band up on stage, and they're just going to move in a little bit because they know that they need to come over to here. Hang on, sorry. Wonderful, they're so well trained, I love these guys. This year, however, about the senior band. The senior band is travelling to Chiang Mai in a couple of weeks for Activity Week. And we've just received funding for an Australian tour for Activity Week next year. These are the kinds of international tours that we're trying to organise as a reward for this group because they give up their own time. They don't have to be here, they don't have to rehearse after school with us, they don't have to go to sectionals, they choose to. So we're trying to find ways to reward that. Extra time and maintaining a high level of playing, right guys? High level, good, that's very high level of playing. The ensemble is also involved in performances all over Macau, promoting the school to the wider community and supporting many charity endeavours, including the Caritas Bazaar and Walk from Memory. So it looks like we're ready. Let's perform the first piece for you tonight. This is called Disco Lives. Feel free to get up and dance if you know any of the numbers in this. I don't know. Should they? Should they get up? Yeah, okay. they would dance. You guys were dancing? Who was dancing? Hands up if you were dancing. Excellent. Good to see. I don't have eyes in the back of my head yet. Sorry. That's would be really weird without hair as well. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. Before we have the final piece for the evening, I would just like to finish by talking about the benefits of learning music. For me as a music teacher, we read this a lot, and we like to tell everyone. This is because, and also, at least until F2, all students have to continue taking music as a subject. So why do we make you do this? Studies have continuously shown that students that learn an instrument have better fine motor skills, are more self-motivated, self-directed, and often have higher self-esteem. There is also a strong link between playing music and better results in all academic areas, and there's even studies that show increased activity in parts of the brain. This has consistently been shown something that's specific to music as opposed to other areas of the arts and any other areas of study. Students that do not choose to continue their study of an instrument will still therefore receive general music lessons all the way through to Form 6 unless they choose either IGCSE music or art at the end of Form 2. This is a requirement passed on by DSEJ, but with the benefits that I've just mentioned, I think you can see how this is worthwhile. It's the last page, hooray! For me personally, however, the most important aspect of learning an instrument is to make music together. As you've seen tonight, how much fun it is, how enjoyable it is. I think you guys have had fun, I think these guys have had fun. That's really great. There's a real sense of belonging. I've had a number of experiences where me being a musician has opened doors, created friendships, and even broken down language barriers. That happened to me in Macau just recently, and it was incredible. This is what makes music very special to me, with the other aspects simply being the icing on the cake. So whether your child decides to continue learning an instrument or not, I look forward to working with them in the future to help them reach their full potential. I hope you enjoy our final piece for tonight. This is The Thunderer by John Philip Sousa.
sincerely hope you enjoyed the evening.
Mr. A. I don't, would they like to hear another one?
We will before we leave.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm jumping the gun.
So, I hope you enjoyed the evening. To all our students, P5, P6, junior band, senior band, congratulations on a great performance this evening. Your hard work really paid off. Let us give our students a round of applause. If you've been attending this annual recital, you would have noticed the developments and the progress that our students are making. And Mr. Paget very clearly pointed out the path in which we are going and the direction in which our music program at MAC is going. And so tonight, parents, I encourage you to encourage your child to continue in the MAC Band program. I'm asking you to encourage them to practice. That's our main problem, is practice. They love to play the instrument, but they don't love to practice. Yeah? And sometimes the instrument goes home for the weekend as an outing, and that's where it stays, and it comes back Monday morning for an outing. Please encourage them to make it part of their daily activity, is to practice that instrument. We have great things in mind, and we hope that the development of our brand program will go as we plan. As you've heard, we have our first band tour this year to Chiang Mai, so that will be great. I want to thank our teachers, our P5 teachers and our P6 teachers, and all the other teachers who supported to stay behind and support your kids. So thank you so much. And a big thank you. A very big thank you goes to Ms. Kathy, who started our band program. And she's now joined by Mr. Peter Paget. Thank you so much. What a great contribution to our ensemble this year. And Mr. Paget mentioned to you that we have an additional music teacher joining us in next year. So we are really developing. So please do encourage your students. I want to thank our IT guys up there for sound check and lighting. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. To moms and dads and P5 and P6 students, we have two letters, information about our senior band program. So P6 students, you need to collect a letter regarding your senior band program. And P5, we have an information letter for you as well as you leave tonight. For the boys and girls, in the green room we have some refreshments prepared for you. And so, for all your hard work, so before you leave, please do go in and have something to eat. Moms and dads, thank you so much for joining us. And keep on encouraging your students and your child. Thank you very much. Have a great evening and a good weekend. Before we leave, our senior band, P5, P6, thank you. Our senior band will be playing us out this evening.